Our sexuality is very often the last thing we attend to, the last place we look at in our lives. And this is very often because of the shame or the guilt or the suppression we have, the hidden beliefs we have around sex and our sexuality, that we don't want to go there, we don't want to look at it. And yet, if this was not the last place we looked, our lives would become more fulfilling, more satisfactory, richer, deeper, more loving, more intimate, more joyful, more quickly. We wouldn't have this long search, this long adventure, these years, months of feeling that something is not quite right, that something is missing within us and in our lives. People who have self-awareness are or on a spiritual journey. Again, sexuality is often the last place they will look, the last part of their lives, of their being, that they will look at. And this can create a sticking point in our journey of self-awareness, in our spiritual journey, because we'll come to this point where we feel stuck and we can't go any further, we can't evolve any further, we can't grow any further until we attend to and look at our sexuality. And I'm not just talking about our sex life here, which is the external reflection, let's say, of actually how we feel, how we attend to, how we connect with our own selves as a sexual being, as a being that has the energy and the quality of sex. So we come to this point in our meditation, or in our awareness, or in our evolution, or in our growth, that we get stuck, that we hit this wall. And that's often our sexuality. Because we cannot grow up, let's say, as like a tree, if we do not grow down. Like a tree has to have really strong roots that are deeply connected into the earth and really grounded and solid, and a really rich, nourished foundation. And from these roots, the tree is able to grow up and up and up. But then the tree will grow even further down and down and down and down, so that again it can come up and up and up and up. And then it will go down and down and down again, and so on. And we are the same. We cannot keep raising our consciousness, expanding spiritually, expanding as a human, as a spiritual being in a human body, if we do not attend to the root of us and our sex center. And as I said, we hit this point. Whereas actually, if we attended to our sexuality first, to the root of us first, and all the beliefs we have around our sexuality and what our sexuality actually means, and what the energy of that is able to bring into our lives, then we would save ourselves a lot of this stickiness and a lot of maybe challenges that actually, if our foundations were nourished and strong from the beginning, then we wouldn't have these challenges that arise for us. Even if we are not on a self-awareness journey or a spiritual journey, still sex is the last place that people will want to attend to in our lives. We will look at our financial flow. We will look at our success. We will look at our achievements. We will look at what we have. We will look at and project upon the other, our relationships, our work, we will tend to our health and our nutrition. We will tend to our body image. But we will not still attend to our sex. And it does not matter whether we are on a spiritual journey, a self-awareness journey, or whether we are simply moving through life without attending to our sex, without attending to our sexuality, our relationships of sex with others, our relationship with sex within ourselves and what that means for ourselves, and the capacity of our sex, then there will always in our life be something that we come up against, an obstacle, a challenge, or there will always be something that we feel is missing, and therefore always a search. So maybe it's time that we gave ourselves permission to let go of whatever may be in a way of us and our sexuality, and making it the first place we look rather than the last place we look.